reaction video to week 2. Start us off, Dallas.
What a week, dude! What a week.
College football's crazy.
I'm glad that Clemson has.
Are we going green for Oregon?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
The
But yeah,
big
let's
Oregon
just
victory?
let's just
start
go
off with
on-
that.
Let's just start off with that. Take a bow.
Dallas got that pick right.
I did call
And
this.
Props to him. Absolutely.
Did call this
Did
without Kayvon Thibodeau and Justin Flo. Oregon goes on the road and beats Ohio Snake. I can't talk.
Ryan
about
Day is a snake.
Yeah.
So,
They
yeah.
beat Ohio State.
Maybe he said something there.
Snap their 28-game home win streak.
Ryan Day's first
by,
ever regular
which
season
by the
loss.
way, and we won't get into much detail on this. I don't think Ohio State is the Ohio State from before.
No.
Especially defensively.
They're off, and I think I did get it one part of that wrong where I said I was sleeping on C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud played good.
Yeah, he played very good.
He had the stats to back it up. The offense had scored 35, I think.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
They had enough to
I
win.
think
They had
it
enough
was
to win the
28.
game. They played well enough to win the
Yeah, I
game.
think it was
Right.
35-28.
But their defense is not what it used to be. But
they can't generate a consistent pass rush.
big win
Super
for
strong.
Oregon. Oregon jumps up to number 4 in the
And that's
polls.
really what Ohio State's lived by.
All right, legit.
I'm guessing you've seen
The
that
D-line.
today. The Oregon jumps up to number 4 in the polls.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Who is at 3? Oklahoma?
Oklahoma's at 3, Alabama's at 1, Georgia's at 2,
Oregon 4.
Oregon 4,
We're-
Iowa.
Iowa's
jumped
at 5.
We're
Iowa jumped up,
reacting, so I guess we can just talk about
Yeah,
it's
yeah, whatever.
broad.
But Iowa jumped up to 5.
Iowa jumped to the 5.
Above Clemson.
Is Georgia and Bama in a tier of their own? Is it too early to say that, or is that fair?
I don't think that's fair. Because you saw Clemson.
I
be a
understand
play
that.
away
I
from
understand
Georgia.
that, but Georgia has that win.
No, that's
Right,
true.
right. They have the
Well, let
win.
me ask
When
you
you say a
this.
tier of their own, I guess you'd have to describe
that-
it into more
Let me ask you
detail.
this: what teams right now, if Georgia was to face off against anybody in the nation, who are you picking over them?
No, and that's fair.
Yeah.
Bama?
Right, Bama.
I mean, I right now, I think you put if Clemson and Georgia played 10 times, I'm
It's
I'm
probably
pro-
5 and
I
5 or
was
6.
going
I
I was
think
going
it's
to say
6-4.
I was going to say 6 and 4 Georgia probably.
But my question would be this, and I see what you're going with. I would pick Georgia against
Georgia and
anybody
4.
after they beat Clemson.
Yeah.
After, other than maybe Alabama. But my question would be, who would you legit take to beat? That you would say they have a legit shot to beat Georgia. To me, I would say Clemson, Alabama.
Yeah,
Clemson
that's
and
Those
it.
are two teams.
I agree.
And vice for
That's
all
it.
three.
And back to what we're with the Oregon. I think we'll see is Oregon legit right now. They look like it right now. They look like a Pac-12 team could
Right.
finally have a playoff contender.
And it's been what since
Yeah.
Mariota?
Yeah,
No, Washington that one.
Washington.
Year. I think it's
yeah,
been
but
since
they got
Washington.
blown out
That
by
was a
Alabama.
joke.
Yeah,
They actually held in. It was like 24-6. They played
Yeah.
good defensively, but they
But
didn't have no
I
offense.
mean, right now, like I said, Oregon looks good right now. But we'll find out in the weeks to come.
Yeah.
Is Oregon legit?
I
Because like I
think-
said, after they almost got beat by Fresno State, I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know. But then they came.
golly.
Anyway,
That was what happened with that. Was that a ghost? That was incredible.
but
That was pretty
Um,
amazing. I ain't even lie. That thing shot.
also, so let's react.
What were we saying? Wait, I want to say something. I totally forgot
was-
after.
I was just talking. I was just
we
talking
just got fully
about.
attacked.
I was talking about the Oregon game.
I forgot to say- oh, I think Oregon is a legit very good team. I think they're a top 10 team, but I don't think they're a playoff team.
No, I
Here's
don't
my
either.
thing: if Oregon and Georgia played this weekend, I really wouldn't be all that worried.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
I
think
don't-
Georgia
I
would
agree.
blow them out, but I
don't
think Georgia
either.
would win by.
I'd feel
14,
really
17.
confident that we could win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a game where it's close for about 3/4. Georgia's in command the whole time. They pull away in the end. with
Let's
about
also
14.
talk about the Iowa game. Iowa steps up,
Wow.
I'll
goes.
tell you what, they really impressed. And I believed Iowa was good. I didn't. When I picked Iowa State, it wasn't. I thought Iowa State was bad,
Right.
but they generated most of their points by their defense. And I was like,
defense.
like you said,
Yeah.
you can't consistently
You
do that
can't
week
lean
after
on
week.
that. Yeah.
But they sure as heck did against Iowa
Yeah,
State.
they did.
That Iowa defense was
It
legit.
reminds me of Miami a few years ago,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
it's like they were scoring all those points.
And they've Iowa's always had a good
They
defense.
have.
It's just
Right.
always been can their offense produce points?
Because I'll be honest with you, I thought Brock Purdy, it seems like he's been at Iowa State for 20 years.
What conference they in?
Brees Hall, Iowa State's Big 12, Iowa's Big 10.
So they play Ohio State.
I don't know if they're on the schedule, but they might.
They
be. I
could
know
in
they're
the Big Ten championship. They could.
At the
yeah,
very least, at some
something like
point.
that. I know the
That-
Big Ten takes like the top two. I think,
That'd be a good game. Iowa and Ohio State.
No, it would. But like I was saying, I just thought Brock Purdy's been there for 20 years. Brees Hall, Matt
Yeah.
Campbell's one of the best coaches in college football. that they're going to get it done. But
6 years in a row they've beat Iowa
I just
State.
really
I'll tell you what,
thought-
Iowa really impressed me.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
really
I
impressed
agree.
me. They were in control.
I think they impressed me more than Oregon did.
I agree.
Yeah.
Iowa
Oh, yeah.
was in control of that game the whole time.
Yeah, from
Honestly,
start to finish.
Watching that Oregon-Ohio State game, let's not take credit away from Oregon. The whole time, it felt like Ohio State's about to end up pulling this out.
No,
Yeah.
no,
'Cause
no.
it was
They'd
kind of
answered. They
like
were answered.
yeah, it was kind of like Ohio State sort of outplayed them, but it just didn't kind of roll their way, and it was like,
Right.
man, Ohio State's really about to pull it out.
Yeah.
The Iowa State game, it was like Iowa State don't stand a chance.
No,
Like,
no.
Iowa State's outmatched. Iowa's dominating
Yeah.
in control.
Yeah, and then besides even the top programs, what happened to Florida State?
Oh my goodness, dude.
Uh,
The ACC's in
I mean,
trouble,
Florida
bro.
State comes off
Clemson's in trouble.
Florida State comes off a close loss to Notre Dame, and we're
should have
like,
won.
and we're like, dude, Notre Dame's legit, and Florida State almost beat them, and Florida State,
I was calling for
has
you to rank Florida State.
yeah,
And
has
honestly, I
yeah,
was like,
I think you did, yeah.
I was like, because I thought Mike Norvell was a good hire. I'm not saying he's still a bad hire
Right.
necessarily, but I was like, man, Mike Norvell, he's finally getting his culture implemented, kind of getting a couple recruiting classes. Here we go.
Yeah.
Florida State's going to at least pick back up. But
Yeah,
man,
and
lose to
then-
What that
Jacksonville
was
State,
is
man.
hangover. That's all that is.
Yeah, and then you lose to Jacksonville State on a 4th and 10 on their own
Terrible,
40,
man,
and you're
terrible
playing
defense.
press coverage.
It didn't make any sense.
Somebody needs to be fired. I mean, if
That's
I'm
bad.
the
It's mind
the athletic director, I'm firing somebody.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't allow an FCS team. First time they've lost to an FCS team since 1979.
I'll tell you what, we're
I
going
wonder
to
how much
I
they
think
paid
I
them
think
to
this
come
I
play.
think this is an all new low for Florida State.
I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about this in probably more in depth on next week's video topic. But Clemson's in trouble because of the ACC, man.
They are.
I mean, who's Clemson going to have at this point?
Yeah.
We're hopefully North Carolina, say they go 11-1. There's a
Right.
possibility.
Right.
We all
Right.
said Virginia
Right.
Tech could beat them,
And,
and they did.
and Virginia Tech
I
is
was about to say,
a good team.
Virginia Tech- so it's not all like
There's a
it's
few-
not all doom and
Yeah.
gloom there. But I'm completely out of Miami. And
Yeah.
I was
Oh, me
I was
too.
before the season.
Yeah,
with
So-
that's another game. Miami should have lost to App
So
State.
we
I think
just
they
saw
lose this weekend.
we just saw NC
Yeah.
State. We just saw NC State lose to Mississippi State last week. Now, granted, I think Mississippi State's a lot better because I think Mike Leach is a dang good coach. And NC State, I mean, they end up getting beat pretty good. But I mean, who do we have unless Virginia Tech and North Carolina
Right.
both? I mean, what feathers and what feathers going to be in our cap?
Yeah.
That, oh,
and
look-
we
look
haven't
how
really
beat them.
seen much of NC State. Did they win this week?
They lost to Mississippi State.
Oh, they lost to
Yeah,
Mississippi
lost
State.
to
Yeah,
Mississippi
I
State.
mean Boston College. I think they're 2-0.
Yeah, Boston College is going to be a
But-
good team.
but
Boston
they-
College is an underrated team. They really are.
But they haven't really played anybody.
But nationally-
Georgia Tech lost to Northern Illinois
Yeah.
for week 1.
But it doesn't matter how good Boston College truly is because they're truly an underrated team.
Yeah.
Even if we beat them by like 30 and Boston College ends up going like 11-1, people are like, it's Boston College. They're not that
Right,
good. So, I
exactly.
mean, we're leaning on that somehow North Carolina, Virginia Tech.
So let's
both are
Right.
great.
let's move from that to Tennessee and Pitt.
Yeah,
That was a good win for the ACC.
But
Talk
here's
about
Yeah.
some bloom.
that first 5 minutes of that game, Tennessee looked like they
Yeah.
was just going.
Honestly,
Ball.
I think they went at 14-3.
Well,
Something
all
like
I
that,
know
14.
is-
because we picked Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
in our picks, and
I
I was
actually went with Tennessee.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was very confident in that Pittsburgh pick because Pat Narduzzi is a great coach. Kenny Pickett's been there for so long. Kenny Pickett's a good
Yeah.
quarterback. And then I remember I didn't watch the beginning of the game. I ended up watching the remainder, but I looked at the score, and Tennessee was up by a good bit. They were dominating. I was like, wow, like I truly was
Yeah.
confident in my Pittsburgh pick, which
Well,
granted they came
Tennessee
back.
comes out there, and their defense is flying
Yeah.
around, and they get that 3 and out on that first drive, and then block the punt.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, dude, this is some of the most dominant football you can have.
Right.
And then over time, it's when you let these teams hang around,
Right.
it catches up to you. And it
Especially
turns
a
into
team with
shootout.
experience.
Right,
Right.
and Pitt beat them. And here's my thing to Tennessee fans. First off, you had a horrible offseason, you know,
Oh,
and the scandal that hurts bad and things like that. But if your goal was 6-6 and make a bowl, that's gone. I don't see 6 wins left on their schedule, or
Right.
5, I guess.
Right.
5 wins
Yeah.
left on their schedule.
It's definitely gonna be tough.
I think in order to be bowl eligible, they had to win this game,
Oh.
and they didn't. I don't see 5 more wins left
Wow.
on the schedule
mean,
for Tennessee.
yeah. What about South Carolina? South Carolina almost lost to
Should have.
East Carolina this week.
Should have probably.
I mean, played terrible. Offense didn't look good. Defense,
Yep.
I mean, didn't look good as well. And now they have to regroup and go to Georgia.
But
They're about to get manhandled.
if I was a South Carolina fan, which I'm the complete opposite, I wouldn't be freaking out about that. But I heard a lot of South Carolina fans because obviously, being a Clemson fan, we live in South Carolina. We've got a lot of friends that are South Carolina fans, and a lot of them kind of thinking very highly. They're going to be very good, and not very good, but necessarily, but their record will be pretty good with their schedule. And I bought into that a little bit, and I'm not saying that they are going to go 2-10 necessarily, but
I hope they do.
to me, looking back more on it, it's kind of expected.
Right.
You are very thin at so many
They
position
were only
groups.
favored by 2.
Yeah, and you're so thin at so
Technically
many
they
position
covered, or
groups.
they
You got
did
a
cover.
whole new
Yeah.
coaching staff.
Which I thought I'll be the first to admit I thought that Vegas was crazy.
honestly,
only favored by
I kind of
2.
did too. Where's that great running back trio or duo? Now Juju, I think it's Juju McDowell. He definitely looked good in that game.
Right.
But, I mean-
well, I think he came in late.
He did.
and
He
looked
did.
Good. I mean, you put in a fresh running back, he's going to look
Right.
good. But no, he looked good.
That's kind of been my question mark though. Is like honestly, I thought
Where's
against
Kevin Harris been? Is he playing?
is he
if he-
injured?
If he's playing,
Yeah.
I've not heard anything out
Not
Yeah, that-
much.
That's what I'm saying. Like honestly, I thought a game like ECU, they'll be just fine. They can run the ball because they do have great
Yeah.
running backs. They'll win by easy 14.
Yep.
That's just not the case, and I think we honestly kind of should have expected this out of South Carolina. Honestly. I really
Yep.
do.
Yep.
Right, and the thing is, you've got Zeb, and he's a quarterback coach, not a quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
And he looks like a statue back there. He
does.
looks old.
He's pretty accurate with the ball.
Yeah, but he
But he
he
has-
don't move at all.
No, he's not.
He's got
he's not
concrete
mobile
feet
at all.
in the pocket.
Which is scary if Luke Doty's not ready to go
Yeah,
this week
I dare him to start Zeb.
against. Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna have to tune in just to watch that.
You mean tell me
that
DJ couldn't
slaughtering.
escape the pass rush?
Yeah.
And Zeb was
which, by the way, boys, I'm going to the Clemson game this week. So.
I've
go, baby.
done
Shout
my
out.
best to
Look
try to
at-
go to Georgia game. I can't get Mike. I'm not going by myself. I hate people. Lame.
see
Hey,
what
people,
see
period.
what game y'all play on our off week,
We'll see.
and
I don't know
we
yet,
can see about
I'd love to, like-
I'd like to go. Just
I
so
wouldn't mind to
win.
go, but I want to go like I don't want to. Which it'd be expensive and I have no money, but I don't want to go against like UAB. Like I want to see the Georgia environment. Truly, I want to see y'all play a
Right.
good team. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'll tell you, this weekend the environment will be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It'll be
So,
popping.
yeah, that's kind of our just kind of quick reactions to week 2. Again, another crazy week full of upsets, full of what could have been upsets. Will week 3 live up to the hype of what college
Quick
football's
thing
already
I
been?
want to know is, with that South Carolina game, was that a fluke of they're looking ahead? They
Yeah.
came out it's 12 o'clock game, or
is that the
is
that what
that
it sounds
who
like?
they are? But like we say that just talk a little bit about week 2 and what that was,
Yep.
and looking forward to week 3. And man, boy, these weeks fly by.
They are.
They
yeah,
do, man.
They fly by.
Yep. Before you know it, like you said earlier, we'll be watching
conference championship games.
conference championship games, playoff, and then
Yep.
we'll be in the off season looking at recruiting. So, but yeah, give us your opinions on how you think week 2 shaped up. I don't think that we did our sponsorship
No, you didn't.
to start the show, so we'll go ahead and give you that. If you're looking at this still, Cam Smith with Just Jesus Network Radio, right above me, internet radio app for all your gospel preaching, singing. Our boy Dave is on at 8:30 on Saturday mornings, preaching, does a great job of that. Also, Cam Smith with American Senior Benefits Insurance Company. If you got any insurance needs, go see him. His link is in the bio. But I appreciate you watching.
Absolutely.
If you're still watching, comment turkey mount. That's a good word.
It's a good one.
Turkey mounts. As I'm looking at David's
words.
Yes, sir.
turkey mount. So I appreciate it. Until next
Hey,
time.
leave
Got a
a
bunch of
comment
them.
down below if we should start hanging out like
Yeah,
turkey
yeah,
mount
you
and
want
deer mount
you
here?
want
Want some
turkey mount?
decorations?
Yeah, turkey mounts and deer mounts. We got
What
it.
y'all think
I'll
about
put
that?
people on record. I'm a turkey killing machine.
Yeah, turkey. How many did you kill last week? Or last year?
Last year.
Last week.
You got me
You better
arrested.
expose him.
He
Come on
did-
now.
He didn't go hunting last week, guys.
did
Legalities
he?
don't matter,
But until next time, keep talking, ball.
3 birds last year.